Imagine a man named Elias. Elias is a hard-working person, just like you. For 40 years, Elias did something very safe. Every month, he took his hard-earned money and put it into a high-security vault. He loved the sound of the heavy metal door closing. Click. He felt his future was safe. He thought, when I am old, this gold will take care of me. 40 years later, Elias opens the vault. His hair is gray. His hands are tired. He looks inside, expecting to see a mountain of gold. But instead, he finds only gray dust. The gold is gone, not because someone stole it, but because the world changed while he was sleeping. Many of us are like Elias. We think the bank is a safe warehouse for our money. We think the bank is a place where our money sleeps and waits for us. But here is the truth they don't teach in school. Banks are not warehouses. They are factories. And in these factories, your money is the raw material used to create profit for someone else. Today, we will go behind the heavy metal doors. We will learn the secrets the banking system doesn't want you to notice. This is not just a lesson about money. It is a lesson about your freedom. Welcome to English Growth Lab. Let's begin our journey. Let's talk about your morning coffee. Imagine it is the year 1970. You walk into a small cafe. You smell the roasted beans. You give the waiter a small coin, 25 cents. $25. You get a warm, delicious cup of coffee. Now come back to today. You walk into the same cafe. You want the same coffee. But the waiter doesn't want 25 cents. He wants $5. $5,000. Is the coffee better today? No. Is the cup bigger? No. The coffee is the same, but your money is weaker. This is called inflation. When you leave your money in a savings account, you feel safe. You see the numbers on your phone. But while you sleep, the purchasing power of that money is dying. It is like an ice cube in the sun. It looks like an ice cube, but it is slowly turning into water. Inflation is the thief that doesn't need to break into your house. It just waits for time to pass. But how do banks make so much money if money is losing value? This leads us to the second secret: digital ink. When you go to a bank to borrow money for a car or a house, do you think the bank takes physical cash from a safe and gives it to you? No. They don't move gold. They don't even move paper money. The banker sits at a computer. They look at your name. They type some numbers. Tap, tap, tap. Suddenly, you have $50,000 in your account. The bank created this money out of thin air. They used digital ink. But here is the part that is not fair. The bank gives you digital ink, but they ask you to pay them back with real work. You must work 40 hours a week for many years to pay back those digital numbers. And they charge you interest, real money for their digital ink. The bank is a magician, and the world is their stage. Have you ever seen someone running on a treadmill? They are running fast. They are sweating. Their heart is beating hard. But after 30 minutes, they are in the same place. They have not moved 1 inch forward. In the world of banking, this is called the minimum payment. When you have a credit card, the bank sends you a bill. It says, total balance, $5,000. Minimum payment, $50. $50 feels easy. It feels like a gift. So you pay the $50 and you go back to sleep. But while you sleep, something called compound interest is working against you. It is like a ghost that grows bigger every night. That $5,000 starts to grow. If you only pay the minimum, you will be on that treadmill for 30 years. You are moving, You are working. You are paying. But you are staying in the same place of poverty. The bank wants you to stay on the treadmill. Why? Because a person on a treadmill is a perfect customer. They never leave. Banks spend billions of dollars on user experience. They want to make spending money feel like a joy. One click. One swipe. A beautiful green button. This is psychological bait. They make it very easy to spend, but very difficult to save. Have you noticed? To buy something online takes 2 seconds. But to close a bank account or stop a fee, you have to wait on the phone for an hour. This is not a mistake. It is a design. They want your spending to be a fast highway and your saving to be a road full of rocks. Imagine a large building with 2 doors. The front door is for you and me. We walk in, we wait in line, and we give the bank our money to save it. The bank says, "Thank you," and they give us a tiny bit of interest, maybe 0.5%. We feel happy because our money is safe. But then, there is a private door in the back, the VIP door. The VIP door. Wealthy investors walk through that door. The bank takes your money, the money you just deposited, and they give it to the wealthy investor. The investor uses your money to buy assets. They buy apartment buildings. They buy big companies. They buy technology. These things grow by 10% or 20% every year. The rich are using OPM, other people's money, your money. They use your patience to build their empire. They pay the bank a little, the bank keeps a lot, and you get the 0.5%. Leftovers. The system is built on inequality. But the rich have another secret. It is a strategy called buy, borrow, die. Billionaires don't like to sell their stocks because they don't want to pay taxes. Instead, they go to the bank and say, "Look, I have $1 billion in stocks. Please lend me $100 million. The bank says, "Of course." The billionaire lives a luxury life using borrowed money. Borrowed money is tax-free. When they die, their children inherit the assets, and the cycle starts again. They use leverage and collateral to stay rich forever, while the rest of us work for every dollar and pay taxes on every cent. Why didn't we learn this in school? Think back to your classroom. You learned about history. You learned about geometry. You learned how to be a good employee. You learned how to arrive on time and follow the rules. This is the curriculum of silence. Schools teach you how to work for money, but they never teach you how to make money work for you. If everyone understood the banking system, the system would break. The system needs people who are good at working, but bad at investing. And when you do try to invest, the bank is waiting with a trap. They call it the management fee. It sounds small. Only 1%, they say. 1% feels like nothing. But imagine your wealth is a large bucket of water. Every year, the bank takes a small spoon of water out. Over 40 years, that small spoon, that 1%, can eat up to 50% of your total wealth. They take the profit when the market goes up. They still take their fee when the market goes down. They never lose. You are the one carrying all the risk. It is a casino where the house always wins, and you are the one holding the cards. We trust banks because they look strong. They have tall buildings, big columns, and expensive suits. But this strength is fragile. The entire banking system is built on one thing: trust. If everyone went to the bank tomorrow and asked for their cash at the same time, the bank would collapse. This is called a bank run. In the past, you had to run to the bank in person. Today, in the age of iPhones, iPhones, a bank run happens in minutes. You can move millions of dollars with one thumb while sitting on your sofa. Trust is the only currency the bank actually has. If the trust disappears, the money disappears too. You might think, but my money is insured. The government will save me. Yes, there are insurance limits. But those limits have a cap. Anything above that is technically at risk. When the house of cards falls, the people at the top have parachutes. The people at the bottom only have questions. The bank is a tool. Like a hammer, it can be used to build a house, or it can be used to break a window. If you don't know how the tool works, the tool will use you. But today, you have started to learn. You have looked behind the curtain. You don't need to be a billionaire to play by the rules of the rich. You can start today. Step 1. Invest in your education. Understanding is your best shield. Step 2. Stop being the digital ink for others. Reduce your bad debt. Step 3. Stop just saving in a vault of dust. Start buying assets that grow with time. Remember this: the best time to learn the rules of money was 10 years ago. But the second best time is today. You are not a victim of the system anymore. You are a student of the truth. Thank you for listening and learning with English Growth Lab. If this story helped you see the world differently, please subscribe and share it with someone you care about. Be mindful, be smart, and keep growing. I will see you in the next lesson.